Chidinma Adetshina declared Nigeria as the country of the year. Now, most people may not understand why Chidinma Adetshina is declaring Nigeria the country of the year, because it is so it looked like it's easy for she who went through all of these things in her life. She understands where she's coming from. So if you have seen my video for the first time, or you're coming across this channel for the first time, let me do a little backstory about why Chidinma Adetshina is declaring Nigeria the country of the year. Now, it happened this way. Chidinma Adetshina was a girl that was born to non-South Africans in South Africa, and she had lived 23 years in South Africa. She only visited Nigeria as a visitor. Like, she came to visit, she didn't come to live in, so she visited. And then when she before she even grew to 5 years, she started going through walking on the runways, fashion runways in South Africa, and they knew her name was Chidimma Adetshina. So now we expected that when she was going to pick the form to contest, they would have told her, no, you are not South African, so don't bother, so that all that would have happened and nobody would, all this shaming would not be there. But they allowed her, she went through all the prelims, they allowed her, she became top 16. And that was when the South Africans started saying, how can a Chidinma Adetshina be a South African? And that was shortly before they brought out the new law that if your both parents are not South African, it means you are not South African. So Chidinma tried her best to see how she could, rally around that, and she saw that the pressure, the pushing, the signing of petitions were getting out of hand. She pulled out. She made a public post and pulled out. So at that period was exactly the same time the Ben Murray Bruce's family that own Silverbird, they are the owner of Silverbird and Silverbird Galleria. So they decided that they were going to take her into the Nigerian context, since she's a Nigerian, even though she wasn't born here and she didn't grow up here. So they invited her, they sent her a mail, and the organization sent her a mail from Nigeria, and she said no. She thought of it like, no, now if she goes, it will look like she's taking over another person's position. So that happened. She still later she thought of it like, I beg, let her not, kill her chance. So she went. She sent them a mail immediately and said she's going to come. So that was how her father brought her. She came to Nigeria. After that, they went to Enugu. So she started everything they did to get to the stage of her being crowned Miss Universe Nigeria. She went through all of that. Yes, she went through all of that. So it's not like that she just came and they gave her the crown. And South Africans started pushing another narrative that so that the people would just hate her, that she came from nowhere to come and take over a crown from somebody, that Nigerians should start pushing the narrative. Some gullible Nigerians fell for it and said, yes, why would the other girl came from America to contest, why would Chidinma take over her crown? It wasn't her crown because they haven't contested yet, so it wasn't her crown. So there were different states contesting to become Miss Universe Nigeria. So Chidinma Adetshina won the spot, and after that, South Africans, when they were now doing the main crowning, the contest that would lead up to crowning, that was how South Africans were on the comment section of the Miss Universe Nigeria platform, rooting for another girl to win over Chidinma. But you see, one thing about contest is not just the votes, but also your IQ and what you know how to answer, how you know how to answer questions. So Chidinma also won, and South Africans began to cry. And after they began to cry, it did not end there. South Africans went as far as, when Chidinma was now in Mexico, they started petitioning her. So I'm doing all of this so that you understand why this girl crowned Nigeria the country of the year. This is a country that covered her shame, a country that made her know that she's not alone, a country that made her to, even when she had depression, it did not weigh her down, the country that gave her hope, showed her massive love and support. So Chidinma Adetshina decided to, after everything, she went to Mexico. So they started sending her threats both in her Instagram account and all of that. They started a campaign where they were writing and tagging the organizers of the Miss Universe, and it was not a good thing. And the people were like, for Christ's sake, South Africa, this girl is not representing you. Why are you writing that she should be removed from the competition? As God will have it, it is their own girl, Mia Leros, that pulled out and Chidinma sailed through. So it all brings me to say that Chidinma, making Nigeria or crowning Nigeria the country of the year is because this is a country that stood out for her, that supported her, that covered her. Because this is something that for some people they might never, be the same again. Life will never be the same again for them. But in her own case, she came out strong, and she talked about, after the contest, she talked about going to do her see a psychologist to be able to heal. She wants to see a counselor. And South Africans started again. Oh, why is she going? Why is she not traveling? I thought they said this. First of all, they said what she won, because she won Miss Universe Nigeria, Miss Universe Africa, Miss Universe Oceania, and first runner up. People say, it's not true. South Africans, actually, not people, saying, they say it's not true. Chidinma did not win any of those things. So you see this particular picture you're seeing here is from her Instagram handle, where she posted country of the year Nigeria. So it's something that she a kind of, she's indebted to Nigeria. That's how she feels, because she cannot understand how in 1 year a people that do not know you, they not all of them came together, loved you. There are few South Africans who still showed Chidinma love, who went on TikTok and gave their own opinion, and they were like, what South Africans did to Chidinma was wrong. It's just like what Julius Malema said about South Africa. He said all the time South Africans will be dragging blacks, saying you're a foreigner, you're illegally here. But he has never seen any of them tell the white foreigners there that you are illegal, because there are a lot of white illegal people in South Africa. He mentioned that, and he said he has never seen it, that he can never understand what these people have really gotten up to, that they kind of they stigmatize and bully a black for no reason whatsoever. Like, this person did not offend you directly, but you just don't like the person. You don't, just because the person is from one particular part of the country. And for the records, those of you who are still saying Chidimma, because I've seen all of those comments, Chidimma stole identity. She didn't steal any identity. And if you are somebody that thinks well, when you see something, say it the way it is. Because if Chidimma's mother was accused of theft, you cannot rope her child into it. And it beats my imagination how your country all of a sudden have kept quiet about the investigation. They have kept quiet. And it was at the peak where Chidimma was needing strength to stay in Mexico, because she had a lot of mosquito bites and had serious malaria that made her not die. She couldn't stand. Her head was aching and all, but she came out strong. So Chidinma went through a lot. That was a period South African Home Affairs decided to recall her passport. They retrieved her passport because of the way South Africans were really campaigning against her and talking trash about her and saying all manner of things. The Home Affairs came under pressure to recall or withdraw her ID. Oh, it was now trending for them. They were now happy, like as if they collect it, it's going to add anything to their lives. When a people do not sit down to think, that's always how. Now she starts a YouTube channel because she has documented a lot of things. Nobody knows if she wanted to clear her archive. That was how they came. Oh, Chidinma started doing YouTube. Why didn't she go to fly around the country? What about her house in America? Why is she not going to be there? Like, it's so funny how some of you think. Everybody has a lane in their life where they follow. So you cannot assume someone should be like you. You can't assume someone should be like you. And this is why Julius Malema cannot understand how your thinking pattern is. And I'm so happy that Julius Malema is a different kind of breed. It's one man that one day I will interview him. I want to ask him where he gets his grace from. What the kind of grace Julius Malema has. And that is why I'm so happy he supports Chidinma Adetshina, because who will not who will not support a girl like Chidinma with such a good heart? What is paining South Africa is the fact that Chidinma doesn't talk like them, she doesn't look like them, she doesn't act like them, she doesn't reason like them. Those are the things that is making them sad. That Chidinma got all the opportunities. Did she tell your children not to go to school? Did she tell your children not to get opportunities? So if your Home Affairs is selling ID to people, then you hold your Home Affairs accountable, not the people that bought it. Because quote and unquote, you said the identity was bought. Some of you said identity was stolen. Some of you said a woman misplaced her identity. She couldn't access health care. So you mean in your country, if someone's identity is stolen physically, you don't have it on your system, and you claim that you are a computerized country, you don't have it on your system to be able to say, oh, even though your ID card is missing, we can still reissue you as a South African, except you are not legally there. So guys, please excuse us.